In my pursuit of furthering my education and improving my lighting skills, I came across this interesting lighting equipment made by Spiffy. More specifically, I got 2 core kits and the star adapter in for review. And I've had it for a little over a month now, and I think I got a pretty good grasp on what it is that I think about this light. And before we get into this video, I want to preface by saying that I am by no means a professional lighting setup guru type of guy, and I'm also not going to be talking about any of the lighting outputs in like technical terms because I really am still learning that aspect of the lighting game, and I don't have a light meter to test those types of things. I will regurgitate to you some specifications that were provided to me by the manufacturer, but outside of that, I'm just going to leave it at that. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this lighting setup. So Spiffy is claiming that the Spekular is the only light that you'll ever need, and I can get on board with that, except for you'll need 2 of the core kits and the expansion kit as well to kind of use that light in the way that you would want to use it. It's a really super versatile light that works really well in controlled environments like a studio or something like that because you can't get it wet and it's not dust proof. And I would highly recommend against putting it in like harsh environments and things like that. And even the manufacturer warns against exposing the lights to extreme cold and warm and water and all types of stuff like that. So in a controlled environment like a studio setup like this, talking head segments, product shots, anything like that, where it's not crazy hot or cold or anything like that, this light will work fantastically. And so what you get in one Spekular core kit by Spiffy is 1 master LED strip with 3 slaves, and those are all connected via the plastic connectors that are provided to you in the purchase of this light. I want to kind of come back to the plastic construction of the connectors because each one of the lights are made of flight grade aluminum and they are constructed extremely well. Like they're built to last. The connectors, not so much. You also get 8 gel clips in case you want to kind of change the color temperature of the light or do, anything you want with this because these are daylight only. And you get a power adapter. Additionally, you get a really nice compact case that has a really small footprint, which is just conducive to traveling. So you get quite a bit for what you pay in one core kit. Because at the time of this video, it's around $500. If you're interested in pricing and availability, feel free to hit the links in the description. Those are my affiliate links, and those will give you the most accurate and up-to-date information on pricing and availability. So the caveat to that is that you're going to need to probably purchase 2 core kits if you want to use this as your only light, as Spiffy claims, because it's simply not enough to just have 1 core kit. So in my use and experience of using this light, I'm extremely impressed with the bright, even output of each of the LED strips. They are extremely bright and give you the ability to dim between 1% and 10% without any flicker. The problem with that though is that it's not graduated and it's not communicated to you in any way, shape or form. It's just a turn knob. So if I turn the knob here on this light, you can see I can dim it really lightly. And I'm just making guesses here, but that's probably 1%, but it's all evenly output. And then if I go to 100%, you can really blow out a scene because it's super powerful. The only output color temperature that you're gonna get from the Spekular light system is 5600 Kelvin, so it's matched perfectly for daylight. If you wanna kind of change your color temperature, you're gonna have to utilize gels and the gel clips that are provided. Each one of the lights are 30 centimeters long and 4 centimeters wide, which make this light perfect for travel. I mean, you can literally break this thing down in seconds, put it in the provided case, and head on to another location very quickly and very easily. So along the lines of portability, this light is extremely versatile. You can go from a ring light to a panel to a strip, or even purchase the additional accessory star adapter, which you're seeing here on video, and you can really just let your imagination flow with how you can set up and use this light. Product manual that's provided in a core kit shows you some interesting things that you can do with this light, and from there you can kind of just run with it. If you need something to light products or do something interesting in an interview setup, I think Spekular is probably the perfect solution, because if you're heading out to a client and you're doing talking head segments or interviews, this thing breaks down really compactly and makes it easy to get to the location, and it sets up in seconds. It's really a nice light source for those types of situations. It's not all good with this light though. I want to highlight some things that you should consider if you're thinking about purchasing one or maybe two of these core kits. The connectors are horrible. They're made out of plastic, and if you are not careful, you will break them. You have to loosen up all three knobs and kind of lay out your lighting setup before you start connecting everything. Because of the plastic construction, I have concern with the durability over time. Additionally, if you loosen up the middle screw mount, the actual connector will disassemble and you're exposed to all of the power connections in the connector. I think Spiffy Gear could easily address this and revise this design by just making the connectors out of the same material that they make their LED strips out of. Additionally, I think they should really take a look at the mount that they provide in the kit. It works well for ring light setups and panel setups, but if you have the star adapter like I do here in this video, it's near impossible to set up, and it makes it difficult to set up talking head segments like this because there's literally very little room for setup options when you're using it with a light stand, that is. I don't want to be mean here, but if Spiffy Gear sees this, you guys really need to remake the connectors. They suck. I've almost broken mine a couple of times, and I've only had this light a month in a controlled environment where I haven't been carrying it around and stuff like that. So if you're thinking about buying this light, just know that the connectors are just terrible. Now on to the bad, and which will lead me into why I can't recommend this light to you. When I was unboxing the core kit, it was very apparent that quality control had been done because there's QC stickers stamped on everything in the kit except for the gel clips. It's everywhere. Quality control passed. And I was like, that's good to know. But as I started unboxing and digging into it more, I saw the poor construction of the connectors because the Spiffy thing came off because it wasn't glued all the way, and I was like, how could this have passed quality control? Okay, whatever. And then I plugged in one of the core kits, and the power adapter has this weird whine, which leads me to believe that it is defective, but it has a quality control sticker that says passed on it. So how could that possibly be? If a QC sticker is stamped on it, then what does that mean? It obviously isn't past quality control because it's making noise that it shouldn't. And additionally, there's all kinds of, shortcomings in the construction of the connectors and the star adapter and stuff like that. And for $1,200, I mean, come on. I really would expect more from Spiffy Gear. Hopefully they see this and take this as an opportunity to improve their product because it is wonderful. It's a great idea, and if they take it and run with it and improve things that need to be improved and the things change and revisions are made, then at that point I can highly recommend it to you because it really is an awesome light. I really, really wanted to love it, but those shortcomings are just too much for me to overcome, and it's just not something that I'm going to keep. It was an awesome experience using this, but this is definitely gonna get sent back. Well, that about does it for me in this one. If you like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know what to do. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I am Tomas, and I will catch you in the next one.